I'm sure that a lot of you, well, actually probably more like nobody, remembers the video I made a while back of a Zenith Z-NoteFlex model NTB005 laptop that needed your help because I didn't know where I could find a power supply or even what kind of power supply it needed. Given the fact that nobody responded to that video with useful information, in fact, I don't even think anybody responded at all, I could take two different things from that. Number one, nobody cares, which is not to be discounted. Or number two, I have a particularly hard to find machine on my hands. Well, this is another one of those situations where time on eBay really pays off because I found a power supply, but I didn't just find a power supply. I found an entire system unit. So that's what we've got, and this thing is cut pretty well. Again, I've taken the packaging material out of this, similar to the Dell, just to make sure that everything that's supposed to be here is here, but what we've got is we have the user's reference for the Zenith Z-NoteFlex computer. So we got that. I think that's the only thing that's in here. Yeah, I believe so. So we'll put that back. And we'll go ahead and open up the main compartment, which is where everything else happens to be. At least everything that it came with. If we can open this. On one hand, it's a little difficult to do. You can see there is the new laptop itself. There's a little bit of scuffing going on, but not too bad. Got the power cable, at least part of it. We've got, this is the connector that goes to the computer itself, and you can see this is why I couldn't just use a universal power supply, and I had to figure out the pinout. It's basically an S-video connector. And here's the actual power brick. You can see there, it's got two lights, which you can't even really tell. They blend in there pretty nicely. There's the adapter specs, if it'll ever actually focus on them. You can pause the video to read those. So if you're looking for something similar, I can't help you with the pinout, but at the very least now you know what to look for. Where I didn't. So finding the right parts is practically impossible. Also, in here, there's nothing in there. I have two floppies, both of which I think are blank. I don't actually know if there's anything on them or not. Come on, you piece of junk, focus. Neat. Alright, so let me clear this up. We'll get the laptop out and we'll check it out, see if it works. Although I already know that it does, at the very least the powers on. So, okay, so we'll have a quick little overview here. Now, I think I might have given one in the other video. So, if you want more detail, you can go and watch that video. But you can see we got the floppy drive here. This is the system battery. I believe both of these are modular bays. I know that you can pull these out, but I think you could have two batteries if you desired to have such. This right here, this is pretty ingenious. This is the CMOS battery. Well, I'm not going to try and take it out because clearly it wants to be a pain, but this door is where the CMOS battery goes. There's some vents there. Kensington lock. On the back, before removing, make sure computer is powered off. Nice. Alright, so the dot connector, PS2, VGA, parallel, serial, power inputs with that really irritating connector. And on this side, it actually does have audio. So there's a headphone jack, and I believe that's a line input. It's also got PCMCIA card slots. 2 Type 2, 1 Type 3. If we go ahead and open this, I've already looked at this, and I was kind of mildly surprised. This is still an NTB005, but the display looks a little different. So, I don't know if I haven't tried powering it up yet. I don't know if maybe this is like a passive matrix display and the other one's active, or if maybe it's a different display type. That'd be certainly interesting. There's an Intel Inside logo. But it is pretty much the same machine. Same keyboard. Same everything. And yeah, you can see there are definitely two battery symbols there, so you could have two batteries on this if you wanted. It is an NTB005, right? I didn't actually check that. Well, it's upside down, but yeah, NTB005. So, there you go. Here's the hard drive. What kind of hard drive is this? I think my other one has a Toshiba, so my guess is that this is probably also a Toshiba drive. But I can't actually get it out, so we'll try that later. This one actually has the door intact over top of that, which I think is... I don't know what it's for, really. Modem, maybe? I think somebody mentioned it. Maybe there was a comment in the other video. Somebody actually mentioned it. But I don't know what it actually is. What we're going to do is we'll go ahead and hook up this power supply and see what the system happens to do. Alright, plugged it in. Had a battery light for a second. It's flashing. I'm sure the battery... Yeah, I think that probably means the battery is toast. Which is not much of a surprise. Nothing on the LCD screen yet. Let's push power. Ooh. Okay. Hard drive is on, and we got a display. Yep, that definitely looks passive matrix to me. And it's not even a dual scan either. Because if it were a dual scan, you would see a line. Yeah, that's passive matrix. You would see a line right across the middle. So the date and time is obviously not correct. I'm going to just say that it is. Disk I/O error. Replace the disk and then press any key. Alright, well I've got my DOS disk out here. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab that. That's not my DOS disk. That's not my DOS disk either. Where are you? There you are. I think it's this. See if it'll actually boot to DOS. Ooh, that sounds like crap. Wow, that really sounds like crap. It seems to still be working, but damn, that sounds bad. I wonder if it's locked up. Nope. Well, we'll give it a minute and see what happens. Data error reading drive C. If I hit abort... Yeah, you know it's bad when F-disk can't even load. Abort. Yeah, you can't even load F-disk. Okay, that's really bad. Let me see what hard drive that is. Well, this was interesting. Push the power button and it's like, press enter to power off the system or press escape to cancel. That's neat. What do you know? It's a Seagate drive. Although, I'll be honest, I haven't seen one of these in a long time. And I love how the model number does not correspond at all with what the drive is. 9655. Nope, it's a 524 megabyte hard drive. So just below the 528 megabyte limit of cylinder head sector, or CHS translation. Well, this might not go too far. Actually, I think it's a Seagate Marathon 520. To be honest with you. That's what that says over there. Let me go get the other machine. Maybe we'll have better luck with that. We can finally see what's on it. Alright, here's mine from previously. And you can see that, yes, the display is different. You can see it's a little bit smaller, and we only have a brightness control. It's pretty typical of active matrix displays. This one also has a dead battery, although the battery in this case is so dead that it doesn't even recognize it, so that's interesting. So we'll hit power on this. See if it works. First, power up. Oh yeah, 8 megabytes of memory. Slightly different floppy seek. And it boots up into this. Ooh. ZDS Utilities menu. We'll go into Setup, because why not? You can see 8 megabytes, and hard drive capacity, oh, that might not be so good. 528. So it's definitely got a CHS boundary limit. I don't know. I don't actually know what that drive is. That might be like a 540. But anyway, it's a Toshiba drive, so it might actually work. Anyway, so you got time and date. Ooh, we got a key click. Where is the lid switch on this? I might try that. Alright, that's it. You don't even get any other options. So that's interesting. We'll go ahead and we'll save the changes and exit. Well, that's neat. Save settings for current session. That's odd. I guess the option I want is this one. Alright, so we're back into this. Yep, lid switch. I think it's a little dirty. That's odd. So, BIOS update. Press enter to update the computer's BIOS. Oh, that's dangerous. To change the user label field. I don't know. So I don't know how that works. Alright, whatever. User password. I'm not even going to touch that. But I think what I want is boot command. Hard drive 0, hard drive 1? That's odd. Floppy drive shouldn't have anything in it. Let's try hard drive 0, see what it boots to. Error loading operating system. Well, that's a shame. So let's see if we can hit Control-Alt-Delete. And try again. What does hard drive 1 do? Error loading operating system. Well, where's my boot floppy? Let's try that again. Error? Oh, okay. Okay, now it's trying to boot to the floppy. What a weird machine. Seriously, what a freaking weird system. That not hard drive, that floppy drive definitely sounds better. Alright, so I don't want this. I want to see if there's anything on that drive. Okay, well, F-disk loaded. No partitions defined. Well, that's a little anticlimactic. I was kind of hoping there'd be some kind of lost files on this. Maybe there are on the other one, and I just can't access it. Go Speed Racer. Anyway, completely separate from the video. So we'll, in fact, actually, you know what? Let's just run DOS setup. If it will. Because I've got the other setup diskettes out here, so I might as well just install DOS. Figure unallocated disk space. I think we've all seen a DOS installation, so I'll come back in a moment. Alright, so that was about maybe a 25-minute process. Interestingly, with DOS installed and something bootable on the hard drive, everything works. It just boots straight up into DOS, so that's cool. So there's not a whole lot. Okay, that's interesting. High mem is supposed to be on, and yet it only says there's about 640K of memory. Yeah, it's limiting it. It's limiting the size of the drive, so I don't know about that. That's interesting. Find out a little bit more about the system, at least. See, Zenith 486DX. Does it tell us how fast it is? No. So, 8 megs of RAM. Looks like Western Digital Video. That's interesting. But nothing else that's of interest, really. 503. Yeah, it's definitely limiting the drive size. Alright. So maybe we'll load some diagnostic programs in a future video, but there you go. There's your closure on just what this system had on it and whether or not it worked. That's really neat. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. I'll probably load Windows on it, like Windows 3.0 or something. I think it's got a speaker, though. I might go with 3.1. Would this be a better system to have 3.0 on than that Dell? So, there you have it.